Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this exciting episode of Let's Talk with Bennysouzamedia, your host and your friend, Bennysouza. My friends call me the Energy Goddess. Today, we are reviewing the topic, how important is finance in dating? Many a times, we say things like, does love pay the bills? We also say things like, is there romance without finance? Today, I'll be reviewing this topic with an amazing set of people with me. One of them is a beautiful, delectable, hardworking, and ever ready to touch the screen or to be on the screen goddess, REKIYA YUSUF. It's an amazing experience and it's a wonderful time to have you here with us.
My pleasure.
Thank you it took us a very long time to get REKIYA to be here. So thank you so much for coming to be on this set with us.
Thank you very much.
Also with me is this amazing, handsome, fine boy. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is LTWBS. You can call me Israel or Aki.
Israel or Palestine or Egypt?
Israel of Nigeria.
Israel of Nigeria. All right, thanks so much. We also have the beautiful Madame in the house. Please introduce yourself and let them know so much about you.
My name is Toki. Thank you, Benny, for having me on your set.
All right, thank you so much. Now, we all say something. I know I've heard it a couple of times. We say there's no romance without finance. Today, we are going to find out on this episode. We are going to debate too. So this is the panel of judges. You are the accurate timekeepers on this episode. What do you think about finance? How important is it in dating?
To start with, I'm happy that you're actually bringing this topic because this is something that people really don't talk about. You know, finance. We don't talk about it as much as we should. You realize that usually what we talk about finance in dating is usually, can I have some money? Can I travel? Can you get me this? That's about it. We're not talking about, how are you planning to improve or increase, or better your finances? So it's incredible. So, it's exciting. I can't wait to hear opinions, actually. Yeah, because I can be very,
You want to jump on them the way you jump on Frank. That's very, very... So what do you think about finance and dating? How important is it?
It is very, very important. It's one of the things that should... When you start dating, you need to talk about it. Let's sit down and say, the way people say, what are you bringing to the table in this relationship, in this marriage? It is the same way. You should talk about finance in dating and in the marriage. The way people don't talk about sex, I know that's a topic for another day, is the way we should deal with the issue of finance in dating. So it's very important.
All right, thank you. Akinlabi, what do you think?
All right, thank you very much. I would just, say that finance happens to be one very important topic that anybody finding themselves in a relationship, be it dating, courting, or even in marriage, has to really, take as something very important. Yourself and your partner must be on the same page when it comes to finance. Otherwise, you're setting yourself up for a fall. Let me put it that way.
Yes, please.
And like she literally said, there's no romance without finance.
There's no romance.
However, I'm ready to put, a bit of depth into that cliche, because it's a cliche we hear it every now and then. But then a lot of
But it's the reality.
Yeah, it can be reality.
Yeah. You could call it a cliche, but it's the truth.
Yeah, it can be.
I love you, love don't pay bills,
I agree with you. It can be the truth, but however, there are so many depth to it.
Yes,
and
yes.
I guess when I'm able to put my point forward, it can be convinced. Yeah.
So now there's this particular tweet that has been trending for a while. The lady says, she knows someone that earns 800,000 that works at Abuja or so, and her husband works in Lagos and he earns 70,000. Her boyfriend works in Lagos and he earns 70,000. Who should move when they get married? And my own question is, how did they meet and date in the first place? To me, that's a high level of disparity of the income. That's hypogamy. In my own opinion, I don't think they should grasp. I don't know if I'm in my husband.
I don't think they gave us the full detail of that situation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you understand? Because we are just coming from, she's earning 800,000, he's earning 70,000. I want to believe that he's probably got some sort of inheritance from somewhere. If he expects her to do, because I don't know what you guys are expecting me to say. No, let's be.
That's very frank.
This is as simple as ABC. You're earning 800,000, which is, I can't even, how many percent more of your salary? And we have to debate who should move?
Exactly.
Are you joking? I mean, there is a better chance that the guy will find something, maybe 100K, you know, or 150K if he moves. But what is what is the assurance that when she moves, she'll find something that better? We live in Nigeria. Let us not kid ourselves.
What's the percentage of people that earn 800,000?
800,000.
That's the question. What's the
Yes.
percentage of people that earn
So
800,000?
is it even possible that we have people earning 800,000 naira? If you're a very considerate man, you won't go into that relationship. So no, yeah, for real. See, let me tell you, reality, real gist. I know a lady that was dating one guy. The guy doesn't own a car, and over time the guy broke up the relationship. He said, I think over time he started resenting the babe, like, you're the one doing everything I'm supposed to be doing in this relationship.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Do you understand?
I understand what she's saying.
You
That
are the
brings
one-
in the male
Exactly.
ego. When
Yeah.
you're you're not bringing enough.
No,
I don't know.
one wants to go
Choice of restaurant
Exactly,
too,
restaurant,
you know?
I can't afford
kind
to
of
take you
outfits,
to
you
where
know?
you know, you live in Ikoyi, you're living fine,
Lifestyle.
you're good, and then now I'm not earning as much as you earn, and I can't afford to take you out.
You now move me to
Everything now
Akowajo.
become luxury to you. Oh, okay, we want to go to this restaurant. Why should we? Let's go to Mabasira and eat. When we can go to
You find one very
somewhere.
good school for
Do
the
you
kids on the
understand?
island. You say
So I
it's too
think
much.
If this guy
Hey.
is wise, you can't even go into that relationship. I'm earning 70K, you are earning 800K.
Where do you want to start
Where do
from?
you want to
No,
start?
no. Where? How did they meet?
Are you going to say there shouldn't be law for the poor?
Please.
Consider the poor.
Marry someone that can take care of with your 70,000 naira. That's it for me.
So what do you think, Akin?
Yeah, honestly, I think life is about choices that we make. And
Okay.
I want to believe that everybody has the right to whatever makes them happy.
Absolutely.
Okay.
If you're earning 70,000 naira and you think you want to be happy, like you want to be happy in the literal sense of being happy, then you have to be able to go for someone who's going to make you happy with your 70,000. There's no point setting yourself up for future
Unnecessary
unnecessary issues,
arguments.
right? And yeah, everybody has a big goal. You can be very ambitious. It's okay to be very ambitious, but it's safer for you. Well, I like to use the word safe, right? That you try and cut your coat
According to your material.
Material. But
That's why I
You
don't
might
want to-
exactly.
But where's the place?
I'm
Where
not
about the place of prospect here? Because you know we've had our parents say, start small, meet somebody. There's a place to start. Love will grow, money will come.
Look, I'm sorry.
you know.
I believe in prospect and a guy, having a vision, having a dream, or and you can see that he's working really hard. But what is, I don't know. There's not a definite thing to say that, oh, this is a sure banker. This is going to happen. This is going to, you don't know when this is going to happen. So I'm sorry, should I give up my lifestyle to go be with somebody who's got prospect? And guess what? That is not even the problem. I mean, we hear stories of people, I call it ridiculousness. It can't be me. You hear stories of people, abandoning their life, abandoning their career
everything.
to go be with a man. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But there comes a time where, look, it's either the man's ego is going to cause a problem.
Cause a very big
Because
problem.
there are a lot of people, we're even saying 800 to 70K. There are a lot of women that are in high positions, earning way more than their spouses. And somehow, they've found a way to balance.
Balance things up.
They
This is
found
a
a way.
prospect.
But
Yeah.
that doesn't mean that I am in a relationship, I'm probably earning than my partner. He has to take some responsibilities. Because there's going to come a day that
With that
you will be
70,000.
exhausted.
With that 70,000.
I'm not saying,
Let's not overemphasize the 70,000 because this is
Yes,
just-
exactly. That's what I'm
Social
saying.
media,
There comes a day where the person, even the man, let's not even let's leave the woman earning. Even the man, you're the one doing everything. I want to buy the most ridiculous thing and I'm asking you for money. There comes a day he gets upset. I mean, can't you use your money?
You know?
I don't know if you understand what
I get what you're saying.
I actually believe in prospects, to be honest. But I feel when you are almost there, then you can come back. For real. So I'm going to use the case of acrimony. These people were together. Oh, I have prospects.
If we start
I don't want to go into acrimony.
That's acrimony. We're not going to live here today.
I'm not going into acrimony, but I'm just saying that, this guy has prospects. Don't worry, he's going to do well eventually. Let me stick around. What about eventually the guy became big and started doing... That's another angle.
Because I think that there are three determinants of people's real behavior. Not only man or woman. It's human beings generally. You are thinking of money, you're thinking of power, you're thinking of fame. There are three major determinants. That's why you see people saying they have changed, because they didn't know what they would have been except they got there.
Money doesn't change you. It brings out the real.
It just brings out a part of you that you
Yes.
probably, I'm not saying that they are determinants of showing the real side of us that we probably didn't know existed.
Yeah.
But in my own opinion, I think hypogamy, that is dating somebody or marrying somebody below your pay grade or your standard, is not really a thing that just started now. It's been since thy kingdom come.
Absolutely.
A lot of our mothers paid our school fees and
Exactly.
rent, and we did not know because they were passing the
Exactly.
funds under the table to the fathers.
Exactly.
Can I quickly chip in some, because I was ready to lay a point here, and it's really nice you went to this angle. Hypogamy is not a wrong thing to do, right?
It's not.
And I would like to say very clearly here that we're talking about finance. It's not limited to cash liquidity, I must say.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
For me, financial maturity is what people should look out for. Financial maturity.
Yes.
It's very possible a guy is earning 800k today, and tomorrow
It's
he
broke.
can't earn that 800k.
Or he can account for
You
it.
can't even account for
Yeah.
the 800 or 1 million
If you
naira,
went
5
in
million
with-
naira.
If you went in on your decision based on what he's earning now, like, what's going to happen to you on the long run? There's no sustainability, right?
Yes, I agree.
So for me, the focus should be more on
Financial intelligence.
financial intelligence,
Yes.
maturity. This
Absolutely.
person, what is it doing with? What is his income pattern like? What's his consumption like? What's his
What's the
investment
debt
and savings
profile like?
What's
Exactly.
his debt profile like? So these are the points I took that because I took some time thinking about this whole thing. We are very quick to look at cash liquidity as
Yes.
finance. Can you buy me Chanel? Can you buy me this? Can you buy me that? Can you, even as a lady, can you buy me, if I want the kind of watch I want, can you buy me? But for me, that's not the focus. The focus is, if we have 10 million, between you and I, what can we make of it?
Yeah.
What can we do with it?
Would you say we should go on vacation and not invest in real estate
yeah,
instead?
Yeah.
Not to say
Our
vacation is
choices.
bad, but part time, the decision you make part time on your finance.
Of course,
tells a
vacation
lot
is not
about-
bad. But if
True
I have
that.
10 million naira
True that.
and we don't have a house of our own,
Exactly.
and we can use some part of the money as a mortgage, like a pay
Absolutely.
down.
And not forgetting that you also need to leave the baby girl lifestyle.
Very important.
No, no, no.
I want to buy a
It's
house.
always
I
very,
think that I
very
should
key.
start
Yeah.
drinking Gary or.
Yeah, but sometimes, but hold on, sometimes it's always a short-term pain for a long-term goal.
Absolutely.
Sometimes,
Oh, well.
because I've
You
seen
must have to know that.
because I've seen people say, "Oh, for the next 5 years, we're not going to go on vacation. We're not going to do
But we
this
need to achieve
because we need to achieve so and
That's
so."
conversations, right?
But
True that.
yeah, you can say, okay, we've been paying 2 million naira a month, and be a year for rent, whereas we can pay 10 million naira as I'm just giving an
Yeah,
instance,
mortgage.
as a mortgage or
Yes.
something. If we have to drop that 10 million naira so that we would be paying for a while, maybe we deny ourselves consumption like vacation, like carrying expensive stuff for a while. I think as long as both couples or agree, I don't see it as a problem.
Then I also, okay, it's interesting that you brought up this this aspect of finance. It's not, I'm sorry, and I don't mean to insult any Nigerian, but it is not in our culture to say, oh, the man and the woman are coming together to discuss finance and to talk about, oh, okay, so you earn 2 million, I earn 5 million, so let's put it together or have a fixed.
Because the
or
man is
a
supposed to be
single
the
account.
provider.
Because I have that mentality that I tell my boyfriend all the time, my money is my money. Your money is our money.
But I see.
I don't know
I
if
see.
you-
That's a very old narrative. It's a very old narrative.
Surprised at people who still want their wives to just sit at home and not do nothing.
Yeah, of course, there are
And
people like that,
the,
yeah.
the only thing they're doing is build, which is a lot to raise and build a family. I'm sorry, that is more. You can't put a price tag to
You can't put a
building
price
farm.
tag.
Do you understand? So you being a housewife doesn't make you lesser than a man who is
No, of course
a bank
not.
MD somewhere. Both of you are working on different. Do you understand what I
I
mean?
always even say that being a housewife, right, is a profession on its
To
own.
me, it's a job description. It's a full job
You
description.
understand what I
As a matter
mean?
of fact, the wife being a housewife in the house is like the house manager.
Exactly.
The same JD you have at work as a business development manager, you want to ensure that if we both agree between ourselves that you're going to be at home, then the kids can't suffer. They can't be malnourished.
Yeah.
So it's
Exactly.
a job that you're looking out to get results from.
Yeah.
Right?
But what I'm saying is, so how do we incorporate, the, let me say, comfortability, to be comfortable discussing, because you meet a guy, you're dating, 6 months. When are you comfortable to ask him, okay, bros, how far? Looks like you're getting serious. How much do you earn? What's your financial status? Are you in debt? What are your visions?
Thank you.
I don't know if you
But do you know a lot of people marry.
Because people get very offended
Yeah,
when you ask them how much they earn.
I like to, it's okay for me to speak on this from the guy's point of view, right? So I want to believe those conversations, in fact, when you start to make those conversations, it's like a pointer to the fact that
Yeah, it's going to the altar. Yes,
Exactly.
it's like
Yeah.
there's no point defining some things with someone you know in your head you're not
that
serious.
you cannot see.
Sure.
You're not serious
It's a
with.
waste of time and
Sure.
giving too much about yourself. But the point where both of you feel like you really need to make something out of a relationship, it's very important to start talking about these things. And I read a study by one Polygenus, one of the insurance sites in the US. They did a survey on about 2,000 relationships, and it's from what they can see that 1 out of 5 people are ready to throw out of the window a relationship where they find that their partner is not financially responsible.
Of course,
And when I say financially
absolutely.
responsible, is not give me money today to buy this.
Yes.
Spending
It's
culture, debt profile.
Thank you.
Debt
I
profile.
studied economics, and sometimes I try to apply some of these variables we learned into our lifestyle. So talking about financial responsibility, you're talking about the income you earn, of course. You're talking about your consumption partner. I know that in economics, income equal to C plus I. Consumption plus investment.
I don't know what you're
So
talking about.
it's just basic. Income is your consumption
Okay.
and your savings.
Okay.
And your savings is mostly
Your consumption.
your investment.
Investment, right?
Your income is your consumption and your investment.
Investments. Okay.
And investment is mostly always equal to savings. Because
Okay.
what you save, you'll be able to pull out from to invest.
Exactly.
So as a lady or as a man, it's
I think
very
income
much
generating.
important. Yeah, it's very much important to pick these variables and try to know how your partner is faring with them, because these are the things that make the long-term, decision as to how you guys want to be running your life.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, it looks more like out of every other thing that breaks relationship, finance is
Even marriage.
absolutely.
Even marriage.
For me, when I say this,
Even marriage.
Real life gist. So we went for a wedding. Okay, in fact, I don't know who will be seeing this video. Let me not go too much. 3 months marriage ended because they didn't thought this guy was earning more than his actress salary.
Yeah, we're going to go. We're getting to
Because he
that.
was doing big boy.
yeah.
Whereas he was borrowing to finance it.
It was in another
3
state.
months
Every
just
month,
to
and the baby was in
wait,
another
yeah.
state. If every month hen travels to the babe's state to go and do big boy.
Quick flash.
That was
Quick
when
flash.
MTN, BlackBerry.
When he just came out, when he was new.
When it was new, call one of the babe's friend. I want that works in MTN. Give my baby one BlackBerry, and they started planning wedding. 3 months down the line, the babe moved from her state to the guy's state. Was expecting a new car after wedding, it didn't happen. Was expecting this one and that one. Marriage was in December. April, that's what do we celebrate in April?
Easter.
By Easter, they were already living separately.
Okay, now there's something. Thank you for that, because it brought me to the next question. Should you marry someone you do not have an idea of their debt profile and their income? Should you ever do that? Their financial. Should you ever do that?
Why?
I really don't. I believe
You're
love.
setting yourself up for failure.
Failure.
Don't do that. We should be able to talk about the most.
Very important.
It is too important
Exactly.
to ignore, because you look at people. They're driving fancy cars.
Do they even have 200,000?
I'm in the world of entertainment, so I know these things.
Yeah.
And a lot of people look at life through the prism of social media.
Yeah.
It will ruin
Very wrong
you.
one, yeah.
Because
Oh,
guess
yeah.
what? I can go out a day and everything on my body, I did not spend a kobo. Somebody styled me. It's free. They give me free hair.
And
They
get
do my
money
makeup
to get
for
one.
free. But guess what? You are looking at me
Different
and
policy.
thinking this is all that. And I'm using my money that I should save. For starters, you're not even going anywhere. I don't know if you get me. You just want to show off. But you don't understand that most celebrities, I'm sorry, we live on handouts. You go to this place, this person is giving, this person is paying for your
For
groceries.
promotions,
that
free
person is-
promotions,
You get
and
a
likes
lot
of
of
them.
things for free. This is what, but you are working so hard
Yeah.
and you want to live the same lifestyle. Don't be stupid. don't be stupid.
So now we've agreed that you should never marry or date anyone
At all.
or marry anyone or plan to marry without knowing their income and debt
As a
profile.
matter of fact, like
Yeah.
I said, take from the study I related.
Yeah.
It's not just guess. It's a study. So these are human beings, that gave these results. It showed that 1 out of 5 will end the relationship with someone that is not financially
Right.
responsible. When I say someone, it's not just a guy. If I look at you as a lady and I see that you're not financially responsible,
thank you.
you can't have conversations around investment and income.
It's all about consumption for you.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You can't be a consuming country like Nigeria.
Except you are an evil
See the effects.
man.
The money is always coming.
They consume what they know how to
They know how to replenish. They're businessmen. They're true businessmen.
Yeah.
So if he's not financially responsible, if she's not financially, there's no point. Throw it out of the window.
Yeah.
Or just
Thank
do
you.
your situationship.
Thank you so much for your contribution. There's something I need to say before we wrap up. There is this culture that you mentioned. There's a perception or the ideology that an average African woman has. The idea of my money is my money
As a
and
woman,
your money
is our
is our money. I think is a 1924 mentality. And I will tell you why. The cost of living and the standard of living back then has changed. The cost of maybe school fees, for instance, right now is top the roof. Gone were the days when people wanted to have 5, 6, 7, 8 children. Nowadays, if you have one, your annual salary is probably going to school fees. So if you want the best for them and that's number one.
Annual salary fees is like 5 million for a child.
But I know the school. I know the school. I don't want to mention the name, but I know the school.
Post on social media.
Thank you very much.
It's not
20 million. Yeah.
Is what it is. Now, because the standard of living and the cost of living has sporadically increased, it is not very realistic for a woman that's income generating not to bring anything to the table.
It's
Now,
wickedness and
I believe in financial sustenance in the long run. And if you believe about the long run, you know that the husband will bring to the table, the wife will bring to the table, so that in the future, they will both have something for the family. So now, if I earn, for instance, ₦1 million a month, and my husband earns as much or even higher, there's no reason why he will pay for school fees, pay for rent, pay for vacation, and I, aka baby girl for life, will cross my leg and be using the money to buy gold. He's gonna die young.
You are just going to be there.
He's going to die
In a
young.
slave relationship, work all your life out for
For
a
the
woman,
man.
and vice versa. If it's
And eventually, you will not hear things like go back to your father's house. You're not going to tell me go back to your father's house if we both have a contribution into the mortgage. It's not going to happen.
which sometimes brings us to the equity in
Marriage.
relationship. So it's not equal. I don't need you to bring 60% and I bring 60%.
Yeah.
If we have a joint project to run and we set out a joint account somewhere, in quotes, joint account. Joint account doesn't mean we can have our individual account.
Yeah,
Essence
exactly.
of joint account is just to be able to fulfill projects.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Project can also be vacations.
Yeah.
So I just need you to bring a certain percentage to that pool. It doesn't have to be 50-50.
Exactly.
If I do 80, it's because I know that I'm earning more.
Yeah.
If you as a woman is earning more as well.
And the women don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear
I'm
that
just
part
saying-
too.
No,
No
but
man wants to hear
that's
that
the
part.
narrative you are trying to correct.
No, hold on.
And you
See.
cannot choose
Yes,
to correct.
true.
I understand.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that no woman, most women these days, now say I they do. Rarely would you say a woman that wants to drop 80% right now, as in conveniently.
We are not talking about what is
it's
happening.
hard,
We're
though.
talking about something that is ideal.
I
Which
get
is-
you, I
just
get
said
you.
it now, they're trying to correct an old narrative. Being a male figure, I should not go to the cross and die. Calm down.
True that.
So-
Please.
Yes.
Preach.
If you
Preach it, bro. Preach it.
If you are earning well between both of us, for whatever reason, and
Hypogamy?
you are in the- no, not hypogamy.
And that's
For whatever
if I'm
reason,
earning more,
it's
it's
very
hypogamy.
No, but your career is good. When we both started, I was earning more.
Okay.
Then for whatever reason, you improved yourself.
Yeah.
And your business terrain is different from mine.
Yeah.
Maybe different
Because-
industries.
Thank you. Because
Yeah.
of the kind of training you subjected yourself to, your earning potential kind of just doubled, and you started to earn more than
More.
me. Am I supposed to cut it at that point and say it's because it's hypogamy now that we earned everything?
No,
Let's
of course
continue
not
from
now.
Yeah, but you know
As long as your
causes
esteem is not in the
problems too.
pressure,
That causes-
it's not on the
that causes
table.
problems.
That I feel like
as
I'm
well.
not just sitting down there trying to just take
Because esteem is always the problem eventually.
Yeah.
You start saying, no, because you are any more than me. That's why you are talking like this. You know, this kind of things. Ego things comes to play.
You guys have really said it all.
If you
There is no romance without finance.
There's no romance without finance. So.
That's it. And my finance, like I said, is not just cash liquidity. It's understanding of
Financial intelligence.
Thank you.
Financial intelligence. All right. Thank you so much for your contribution. It means a lot to me that you came on this set today. Like we all know, I say and I repeat myself, there is no romance without finance. Love, in reality, does not and would never pay the bills. Thank you so much. Please, do you have a final thing you want to say to everyone?
Love is not enough.
Feintola?
Financially responsible. Bring something to the table as well.
I'll just say very quickly, whether you try to be perfect or not, there will still be some, glitches somewhere. So communication is very key.
Yeah.
If you are going to be with someone, it's as good that you have to be as sincere as possible. You have to go in naked, right? So
naked, like I shouldn't wear an outfit.
That's not what I mean.
Okay. Naked is allowed.
Please, communication is very key.
Yes.
If sometimes you feel like you guys can't hold it together too, you have people you look forward to, the right mentors. I'm not saying carry your matter out, but there are still some people you can choose as mentors that are worth it.
Or get an analyst or something to talk to you.
Yeah.
To talk to you.
With that, the world can be a safer place. We can concentrate on carbon issues and not finance issues.
Right.
So now, like Akin said, communication is very, very important. There's no reason why you should be dating for the plan of marriage without discussing your financial position or your financial alignments with your spouse to be. I would also like to add that it is also not very wise that you marry somebody that you do not know how much they earn. Nobody is liable for your assumption. If you assume that I earned 5 million naira because I was carrying a Chanel, the jokes are on you. The jokes are on you. The jokes are on you. Or because you saw one guy driving a Range Rover and you married him, you later found out that he used his father or his cousin gave him the car. Voila, that is your own. Thank you so much for watching us. We speak to you again next time. I remain your host, Bennysouzamedia. You can add me on Instagram, on Twitter, and on Facebook at Let's Talk with Bennysouzamedia. And if you have intriguing stories you'd like to share or become a guest on this set, you can also send me an email at letstalkwithbennysouzamedia@gmail.com. Remember, love does not pay bills. Thank you and have an amazing week ahead.
Thank you, guys. I think I enjoyed the time.
I did. Thank you so much.
I mean, direct. Who wants to be?